Yeah, okay, so she doesn't want to get... It's too obvious that she's gonna die, so we just need to mess with this somehow.
That's not working.
How? I want to stop it, though.
That's not working.
Oh, I didn't notice this crate.
I wonder what this was for.
AP ammunition. Okay. Can I throw this in the engine? This is all, by the way, super safe. How are we still flying? But I think this is where you can kill her off. Easy does it.
It's dangerous out there.
It's dangerous out there. You better take this, girl.
That should be safer.
Yep. I don't know how is she using it? Interesting. Now this guy is gonna shoot us on sight. You consider trying to persuade him of the futility of his position, but decide against it. They're probably paying him too much for him to change his mind. Okay, but that's why we can talk to him.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3, standing by.
I want you to report your status.
Cobalt 3, what is your status?
All systems go. Awaiting hostile contact.
Copy that.
Copy that. Abandon your mission. That's not gonna work. Go away.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position.
Awesome.
Verify identity. Voice print required.
Cobalt 1-8 Sigma.
Voice print confirmed. Please exit targeting zone.
So it's a voice print machine gun turret. A ferocious-looking automated turret has been set up on the catwalk, likely to stop you getting at the aerostat's control center. Well, luckily, this whole aerostat is filled with helium, which is kind of, you know, counterproductive because it modifies your voice, and you need to voice print this. Anyway, a ragged patch on the side of one of the gas bags. These stitches are probably a temporary measure until a more durable repair can be made, but given the age of this bucket, we're unsure how likely that is going to happen. So let's cut it all up and make our voices squeaky. A ragged patch on the side of one of the gas bags, ripping as helium gas escapes from its high-pressure container.
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Target lost.
That was close.
That was close. Now let's call him again, not with my gun.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3, standing by.
I'm surprised that you don't think my voice is suspicious, but whatever.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Already in position for intercept.
Copy that. I was just testing you to see if you knew what starboard meant.
Cobalt 3, do you...
Cobalt 3.
Go to port.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position.
Verify identity. Voice print required.
Cobalt 1-8. Hey, what happened?
Voice print not identified.
No, wait, it's Cobalt 1-8 Sigma.
Voice print not identified. Terminating security threat.
Wait, stop.
Warning. Ammunition depleted. Target acquired. Warning. Ammunition depleted. Entering power save mode.
Power save mode. Poor little buddy. He died just before this thing died. And you kicked him? We can just kick the guard. Man, Max is ruthless.
Locked.
Locked. The doors to the command section have been sealed. Ferocious looking turret.
Hello?
User IFF not found. Consider hostile.
What's your status?
How do you feel?
Power systems nominal. Primary mission heuristics active. Ammunition depleted.
Hungry then.
So it wants some ammo.
What's your primary mission?
Objective neutralize intruders.
Blast that door.
Error unauthorized user.
Oh, so you won't take my orders. I suppose you were just trying to kill me a minute ago.
Don't worry, we can fix that. But maybe I shouldn't feed him yet.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Okay. Oh, I know what to do. We can split it because it has a sort of interface personality. Turret. Okay. I actually have...
I'm not going back out there again. I'd rather take my chances in here.
No, you are going back there, but just through the hatch. Chantel, I need to borrow your personality for a bit. She really is useful.
Everything that was her is now in my pockets.
Awesome. You know, in a world where there are so many synthetics and robots, it's really handy to have someone like Chantel around, just so you can put her personality in other robots. Maybe it's a little bit invasive on my part. Oh well. So, chef, maid, barman. Barman. Oh yeah, I still have all the... Okay. We're gonna have a nice mix of people in a turret. Roll turret.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi there.
What's your primary mission?
You asked me to come help on your case, Dr. Max.
Yeah.
Blast that door.
Sorry, I'm out of bullets.
Aw, I'm sorry, I forgot to give you food.
Here you go.
Nom, nom, nom.
Nom nom nom.
Hello?
Hi there.
She's adorable.
Blast that door.
Stop! Stop! Just stop shooting at us! You'll blow the whole damned aerostat up!
I'm about to come in. Place your hands above your heads and remain where you are. Regis, I've got the suspects holed up. What's your status?
Good job, Lau. I've been doing some digging in here. Apparently, their intended destination is Fulcrum Tower.
The tower? In an aerostat? Why?
Let me send you the files.
Freeze!
Hi there.
Hi there. Are you alright?
Get nuked. You're the one who tried to kill me in the first place.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Yes, I planted the bomb. I apologize for what I did, but I can't take it back.
Why are you trying to kill me?
I wasn't, specifically, but something very important was on the line. My judgment was affected, but now that's been resolved. You're safe with me now.
Nuke you, man! I need to get out of here. Get out of my way. I'll shoot.
No, you won't.
Because the weapon only responds to Regis. It's connected to his DNA. It's out of charge. You look like a good person.
I can see it in your eyes, and the way you're holding that weapon. You don't want to shoot. You're a good person.
You don't know me.
Deep down, you know I just want to help you, and you want that help too. You're not going to shoot me. That's how I...
Regis, you still there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You still in there?
Yes, just don't shoot, please.
Something happened.
Anyone comes through that door, Chantel, you make them regret that decision.
Got it.
Regis, you just shot a cell agent trying to help you. He tried to kill me. Hang on, Regis. Wait a minute. I know you. You're the girl who was with Dr. Vargas. Galatea, right? Gala what? You alright?
I'll be fine. Apparently it wasn't as empty as I thought. The counter must have had a charging plate.
More to the point, how did she shoot you with your own signature weapon?
I'm not sure.
Hold still. Just need to scan you. Regis? Why does this girl have half of your genome?
What?
This girl, who yesterday was introduced as Dr. Vargas's daughter. I don't know what you're talking about.
Vargas doesn't have a daughter. Oh my god. My god, he couldn't have.
What? What is it?
That son of a bitch. I know who you are, and I'm so sorry.
You can't withdraw the embryo now! We're finished without it!
What part of no wasn't clear, Baxter? We've decided not to use our embryos in the project. We'll find another way to do it.
You don't know what's at stake! Our reputations, our whole careers could be made or broken by this!
Dr. Baxter, we've made our decision.
He's poisoned you against us! Don't let his antiquated morals stand in the way of what we can achieve here!
Thanks to Charlie, I've seen things from a more holistic perspective. There's more to life than the project.
Bah!
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank you, Charlie. We're starting our lives together, and that's what's most important to me. Ah! Adam, what are you doing?
Do you know what will happen when this project fails? There's nowhere left to go for me after this. My career is in ruins. I've no future without this project. Do you see, Dr. Regis? You have ended me. You have ended me. Vicky.
My God. So that means that this girl is...
They must have continued their research after I left the project. Duplicated the embryo to use as a baseline.
Wait, that means I'm your... Oh, Nuke, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Max, this is my daughter. What was that?
The engines have cut out. Or we've arrived. Uh-oh.
Damn, they got past.
Looks like we're not just stopped. We're docked. Uh-oh. I recognize that office.
Well, like I suspected a few episodes ago, Tatha... Well, I kept calling her Tatha, but her name is Latha for some reason. Why did... Oh, I'm so bad with names. But Latha turned out to be Regis's daughter, but she's not his only daughter. Galatea was the same embryo, and Galatea and Latha look exactly the same, I think. I think they're twins. So, yeah, things got more complicated.
Sorry, Doc. They got past after I ran out of bullets. Took 3 of them, though.
Good job, Chantel. You're doing great.
Galatea, my dear, don't do this!
It's too late to stop me now, Father.
Damn it.
She sealed the elevators. I'll try a breach.
Charlie, we must stop them. I fear her plans risk endangering the entire city.
Cram it, you son of a bitch. You cloned my embryos after Vicky was gone. Then you continued the experiments after I was out of the picture.
Dr. Regis, I can only imagine how you must feel.
What did I just say? You don't get to talk. Max, what do we know about this? About Galatea's plan?
Well, she has a dense storage module full of stolen mind states. And apparently she's now taken Central's processor core by force.
She's going to change Central's fundamental nature.
How? It plans outcomes based on input from millions of trance users in the city.
Exactly. She's going to give it a more fixed frame of reference.
I fear that you are correct, doctors. As it stands, Central serves not merely to coordinate city operations.
It doesn't?
No, Dr. Lau. In fact, this may represent one of mankind's greatest achievements. I have been using its position, one of absolute trust and resources, to teach it.
Teach it? About what?
About life, the world, the human condition, what it means to share the world with us. I and the city have given it a position on high, from which it can observe everything.
At the cost of its duties to the city?
I believe not, Dr. Regis. However, Galatea shared your concern. She believes it important that Central's intellect be suitably equipped sooner rather than later.
Oh, God. Regis, what do we have to do to the maid when we wanted it to behave in a different way?
We gave it a new personality.
She's taken the mind states of experts across a number of fields. She wants to combine them into a gestalt all-knowing personality for Central.
Galatea wishes to skip over the years of education it may otherwise have taken and create an all-knowing leader for the city overnight.
With a combined experience of about 8 centuries from the mindjacking victims.
Please, you must stop her. She'll have to upload the gestalt personality from the cortex matrices at the top of the tower.
We'll stop her, but I'm not doing this for you, Central, or the city. It's for the people whose lives have been the cost of your glorious work. For Vicky, for our kids. Come on, Lau.
Nina, I did not know you were still here.
Nobody else is doing any work. It looks like it's up to me to salvage this project.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate your attitude. But we have lost half of our team in one fell swoop. Poor Viksha. I cannot say that I blame Charlie for removing the embryos from the project after that.
Mm-hmm. Embryos.
I know that look, Nina. There is something that you are hiding.
Maybe.
My God, this data. You...
Here's the thing about embryos. While they're at the 6 to 8 cell stage, they're very easy to split. It's been the basis of cloning for a century. It's how twins are made.
You duplicated Viksha and Charlie's embryo.
Mm-hmm. He's happy he's got his embryo back. I'm happy that I've got another 3 full embryos to continue the project.
I'm not sure what to say.
Say thanks to me, and say nothing to Charlie. When Central is born, he'll assume we found another solution. This can just be our little secret.
And here we are. So Charlie, remember that Nina said that she kept 3 embryos. That means that Latha, Galatea, and whatever became Central are all his children, technically.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, Regis?
How are you holding up?
I'm a little awestruck. Never thought I'd see Central's core.
Especially not under attack.
Exactly. How about you?
I'm fine.
Regis.
How do you think I'm taking it? I discovered that the man who killed my wife has been after me from beyond the grave.
On the plus side, you found you have a daughter. You need to work out what you can do to protect what you have now.
Perhaps you're right. What's the situation?
Central's lost its connection to city infrastructure. Backup systems are holding for now, so nobody's going to get hurt because of it.
It must be because of what they're doing to the core.
Galatea sealed herself inside the Cortex processor, at the top of the tower. It's likely she's trying to apply the mind state she's stolen.
Trying to alter how Central thinks.
Making the kind of governor she finds more agreeable.
She can't stay in there forever.
She doesn't have to. If we leave her too long, we could lose Central.
As we know it anyway.
It does kind of sound like a bad idea to give it, you know, all the knowledge in the world from experts in one fell swoop. I mean, it kind of reminds me of that other adventure game, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, where the all-encompassing computer was governing everything, and it kind of killed humanity. And decided to torture 5 people forever.
We might need to split up. We can cover more ground that way.
Good thinking. Time's short. We can coordinate our actions if we need to work together.
We need to get to the control consoles in the turbine room.
Good idea. Then we can shunt the allocated power around. Nina, Dr. Zhang, wants power for the tower's transceiver. That'll allow her hackers to dismantle Central's programming.
But then, there'll be nothing. It'll be like lobotomizing the city.
Temporarily, until they organize a replacement. The alternative would be shunting the power back to Central.
Then it could help us break the Cortex room's security seal.
But it's no good talking about it if we can't get to the console.
We need to bring him in. I guess this is one of those situations where Central would use the term neutralize.
It's okay. We're gonna get there. But here, in the end game, you're faced with 2 decisions. Either you stop Galatea and give the power back to Central and everything goes back to normal, or you give the power to Nina, she liberates Central, and basically replace it with an idiot computer that they can control.
We need to get to the control consoles in the turbine room.
Good idea. Then we can shunt the allocated power around. Nina, Dr. Zhang, wants power.
But it'll be like
but it's...
We need to... I guess...
If Galatea succeeds, what are the implications?
In its current state, Central's behavior is generated from experience. It means that it can be taught.
But apparently, Galatea wants an expert instead.
With knowledge and experience stolen from around the world.
Do we actually know that the result would be worse?
Regis, you can't be serious. Central's personality would be irreparably altered.
And Galatea's responsible for the global mindjacking spree. Don't worry, Lau. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't hate Central that much.
Considering that Central is partly you, it has part of your genome, basically, because it's kind of like an organic computer.
Apparently, Nina's had people ahead of us already.
Inside men, probably. Paid off ages ago. Looks like they haven't finished the job. The equipment's only half deployed.
What's it for?
It's a transceiver array. Looks like the cable spool is part of the antenna.
They must have been interrupted when Galatea broke in. Maybe it's the poor fellow who got himself crushed by the elevator platform.
She's not going to succeed in removing Central without a working transceiver.
Oh yeah, there's a smashed dude here. Poor guy.
We need to gain access to the Cortex core.
Galatea is sealed in. What can she do from in there?
Not much, except tamper with Central's cognitive processes.
So, exactly what she plans to.
Precisely. We need to get in and stop her.
Part of her door's security is likely system-based. Beyond my level, though. We need to find someone who can hack.
It's likely got redundancies that rely on external power. Let's look for those as well.
Well, we do have a person right here that can hack. Pretty well.
We'll catch up later.
Sure.
So let's talk to our daughter. This is not going to be awkward.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say about what happened earlier.
Hey, get nuked! You tried to kill me.
I didn't know.
Yeah, like that makes it any better. And for what? A bunch of embryos?
Well, they could have been your siblings.
I guess we already got an introduction at Cell.
Huh. I suppose we did. I think the tone of that was wrong, though.
What, for meeting your daughter for the first time in jail?
That's not what I meant. Let's try starting again. Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a cell case specialist.
Latha, Skanto bum and trance addict. And apparently the target of a whole lot of people trying to kill her.
Because you're special. Come on, we're being a family. This is a fun family time.
I'm really sorry about what happened. If I'd known you were there.
I nearly died. I've been running for my life because of you.
Latha, I'm going to do whatever I can to make this right. Whether or not it's even possible, I'm going to try.
Go nuke yourself. The only reason I'm still here is that you don't have a reason to kill me anymore. Where have you been my entire life? I was raised by the city.
I didn't know. Vargas covered up the theft of the embryos. If I'd known you'd been born, life would have been so different, so much better. For both of us.
Hey, my life turned out fine. I'm a creator. If kids would have made your life so much better, why not unfreeze the embryos when you had the chance?
I was worried. Somehow it didn't seem right. I couldn't give them the life they deserved without Vicky, without their mother.
Sounds like you wasted an opportunity.
Well, not anymore. You've got 2.5 daughters now. Welcome to dadhood. But it just goes to show how evil Vargas's plan was. I mean, he put one of the embryos, I think, and developed Central, but the 2 other ones were born technically, and he never told him. I mean, he took Galatea under his wing, but Latha, he just like threw in the city. Never telling Regis. Asshole.
I spoke to that other agent Lau.
What did you think?
She's alright. Less of a tight ass than you. I think she understands what I'm going through better.
She's a lot younger than I am. I can't wrap my head around this trance stuff kids do.
That, and she's not the one who tried to murder me.
So we're never gonna get over it? I mean, I was trying to save my other kids.
Last time I saw you, it was in the waiting room at Cell. How did you get out?
I had help from Jinsel.
Who?
From Jahelia, an underground network. They're the ones who found out that you planted the bomb. They gave me a way out, and I ran to find them.
And they led you to the aerostat?
Actually, from the way they were talking, it sounds like Jinsel was the one who handed me over to them. I'm not sure who I can trust right now.
Well, not Jinsel. They were assholes. Yeah, on my side bullshit.
Something's not right with Vargas. The way he looks at me.
He sees the little girl he's been raising as his daughter for 20 years. He's a monster.
How? He just sounds like a soft old man.
That's an impression that comes to him naturally. It helps him get what he wants. In reality, his priorities are so skewed he'll do anything he can to succeed. When this is over, we need to catch up.
Are you serious?
I want to learn who you are. Find out about you.
You tried to kill me. Now you expect me to just let you in?
All right, maybe that was optimistic. But please, once this is done, at least let me tell you about your mother.
I think that's reasonable enough, and she wants someone to connect to.
Thank you for speaking with me.
Ah, don't be like that. You like him, and you're gonna be a part of his life. But we can change between characters. Yeah, so we can play as all 3 of them, and I lifted that.
We're getting a signal. The antenna's broadcasting. Now use the controls in the turbine room to give us access to the tower's security.
I didn't necessarily want to do that, but you can go back and talk to Vargas. With all 3 characters. I don't remember if there was anything interesting. Just the ramblings of the old man.
My word, you look exactly like her. I should not be surprised, I suppose.
They told me I came from an embryo. From your experiments with Central. Why did you make 2 of us?
We could not be certain that the neural tissue structuring would succeed initially. In that case, we needed more than one in order to make a second attempt.
Wait, I'm spare parts?
Fortunately, the modified tissue worked perfectly. We were therefore left with 2 modified embryos.
Me and the other one.
I realized that I could not be Central's caretaker forever. Eventually, I would need a successor, and there, a perfect opportunity.
You stole Regis's kids.
You raised one of us as your own to replace you? Looks like you've got a real winner on your hands.
Galatea is so creative, so intelligent. Central is long-term work, almost art.
Looks like your special little girls had other plans.
Galatea and I have had philosophical disagreements over Central's nature. I have set her up with the finest things the city had to offer, to give Central the best caretaker possible for the future.
And now you get a great big kick in the functionals as a way of saying, thanks, Daddy. What about me? Why dump me in an orphanage?
I have faith in the city, Latha. I knew that, raised by Newton and by Central, you would be shaped into an ideal of humanity.
Apparently you've been up in your tower for too long. You've got no idea what it's like down there.
Ah, Latha, you look just like her. So beautiful.
Stay away, old man. Stay far, far away. I think I'm gonna send Regis on him as well. Just to see how angry he can get. Go get him, Regis.
Charlie, you must help us. I fear that Galatea's plans may compromise the city.
What you've done, it's not just an insult to me. It's a mockery of Vicky's memory.
I believe she would be proud of what we have achieved, Charlie. We have created an organic AI platform of unparalleled capacity. It is part of her, and not only because a great part of it is her own DNA.
You have no idea what she...
I know that she was the one who suggested using her fertilized embryos. She saved the project, Charlie. This is her legacy.
Dr. Zhang sends her regards.
Aha! So your presence is Nina's work. You know, she was instrumental in acquiring your embryos. If you feel the need to lay blame, she is just as much responsible as I.
Maybe she helped take them initially. It wouldn't surprise me. She's not very scrupulous if she can help it. But by continuing to use them for 20 years, you've taken responsibility for this.
All I'm hearing from you, Vargas, is a lot of excuses. You're just trying to throw the blame on someone else, but you have lost the privilege to talk.
Charlie!
Cram it!
Cram it, twisted lunatic. I don't even want to see you anymore. So let's get on with the rest of the game. This section of the game has, I think, 3 major parts that we have to interact with, and I think Latha and Lao have to go down here. I think.
Oh, what is this stuff? What is this stuff? It sure isn't wetware. The stuff's probably got amazing processing power, but they're not going to let me take it as a souvenir.
Well, it looks pretty organic, you know? This is Central.
Hey, I know what this is. They used these for connecting to the Trance in the old days. Man, life before wetware neural wiring must have been hard. Whoa.
Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here.
Mandala.
Nice to see you.
Finally, someone I recognize.
It is good to see you safe. I apologize for the duplicity. It was necessary to ensure that we could maneuver you into place.
I guess you've got more experience at this cloak and dagger stuff than I do. How did you get in here?
It is only accessible thanks to your presence as a relay.
Are you going to help me finish off Galatea then?
That is certainly part of the plan, though a newer, more valuable target has appeared. Our work with other groups has finally allowed us now to strike at Central itself.
You want to bring down Central?
A plan is already in motion. We have hack teams standing by. There is equipment in the hub of the processor tower.
Yeah, I saw. A whole lot of comms gear. It's not a complete setup yet, though.
Please, support us once again. Be our champion. Ensure the transmitter array is active. Then we can access the system to provide you with support.
Yeah, I don't want to do that for you.
Mandala, please, ensure the trend, then we can...
Unfortunately, they can't do anything, which is a pity. I thought there was a bit more to this Jinso Jahilia story, but they just end up using you, and then they're just thrown aside. They're just a terrorist group that want to bring down Central, and I'm of the opinion that Central isn't such a bad thing. Go up. Hey, half-sister?
Good evening, Miss Sesame.
Central, are you connected to this system as well?
From a certain frame of reference. This system is Central. You are currently interfaced with my core processor.
The room full of orange globes is your core processor?
Only part of it. My processor spans the top 5 floors of Fulcrum Tower. The room in which your body resides is my organic processor network. The simulated environment you currently perceive is an interface that covers my architecture.
It's kind of, I think, a design flaw, because if the whole core of Central is in just one tower, and if someone were to destroy that building, Central would collapse, it would disappear. So that's kind of, you know, you've put Central, the main governing system of your city, in a kind of vulnerable position, physically speaking.
I've only ever seen organic computing at the microscale. What's with the huge globes?
Those are neural processors. Each is filled with specialized tissue clusters. Suspended in wetware, they represent thousands of minds worth of processing capability.
You use brain tissue?
Of a specially designed nature in vast quantities. Similar to that found within your own cerebrum.
Why would they create you like that?
It allows for a unique structure to my thought and to my development. Central is no mere civic manager. I was created as the next stage in artificial intelligence.
Like true artificial intelligence that learns and feels and makes its own opinions.
Wait, you said our brain tissue is similar.
You are Latha Sesame SN134244. We share a common genesis in Dr. Vargas' experiments in 2067.
You're using my gray matter?
Inaccurate. We both began from the same embryo, which was split into 3 triplets. One was developed to produce large quantities of neural tissue.
And the others were spares?
As the modification to the brain structure took place before the pluralization, we share a number of traits which enhance our comprehension of data.
It's funny. All my life I kept telling people I was made for the trance.
As were we both. The prenatal modifications remain within you and have affected brain development.
So you are basically related to Central.
Do you know Dr. Regis?
I am aware of the activities of everyone within the city. Regis, Charles, Doctor, Case Specialist, Centralized Emergency Logistics Office.
That's him. He tried to kill me last night.
This is incorrect. Tried implies effort towards a targeted outcome. Analysis of data provided indicates that he has made no attempt on your life.
But my apartment? He destroyed it? He admitted it.
This is correct. It appears that his goal was material destruction under duress. Knowing of your presence, probability that he would have carried out such actions drops to 21.4%.
You're saying he wouldn't have done it?
Dr. Regis is often uncooperative and has a difficult working attitude. Despite such quirks, behavior patterns indicate justice as a key motivator. If he had known of potential civilian casualties, he would likely have sought assistance against said blackmailers from his partner.
Huh. So you're saying he's one of the good guys?
As much as could be mathematically determined.
He is one of the good guys, although 21.4% is still quite a lot.
I grew up in a nuked-up care home in the back end of the city, and Regis apparently had his children stolen from him. Why didn't you tell any of us about this?
Deceit has created a most regrettable situation. You have both been victims of serious crimes against your persons. I have only recently been made aware of these details.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you where you came from?
Details have been falsified for my input. I have been unaware of our links. I had, however, noted inconsistencies in the information I had been given regarding the project.
Gaps in the story.
I have been conducting my own clandestine investigation into the matter. It is only in light of the recent crisis that I have been able to confirm the truth.
Now that you know about it, what are you going to do?
I am unable to change the fact that I was created. There is evidence of Dr. Vargas's culpability in a number of felonies. To ensure city security, he will be held accountable for his actions by a secure committee.
Frankenstein's monster rises up against its creator.
I act only in the city's interest.
I don't see anything wrong with Central. I don't know why they want to take it down. It seems like a very fair system, and it's managing just well. People, man. People.
Do you know what's happening out there?
My flow of data from outside the tower has been severed. It appears that Latha Vargas is attempting to modify core systems without authorization. Based upon the lockdown and lack of submitted proposals, it is likely to be a radical alteration. This cannot be permitted.
Don't worry, we're not gonna let her go through with her plan.
We need to stop Galatea, but maybe I should just leave it to the trained cell agents.
Our situation is grave. We are unlikely to receive outside support in time. As such, all personnel assets within the core must be utilized.
So, you want my help?
Your unique physiology enables a connection to the organic systems available to no other. In addition, your 65,717 logged hours of trance activity suggest proficiency in this field.
Is it really that many?
Your support within the interactive environment greatly increases our chances of success.
Can you do anything else to help us stop Galatea?
She appears to have barricaded herself within the Cortex processor at the top of the tower. There are 3 layers of redundant security, 2 of which I have no access to whatsoever. However, I can apply my considerable processor volume to decryption of its adaptive barrier.
That's amazing. The power of the city's entire AI versus a door encryption?
But as my connections have been limited by her attack...
Sounded too good to be true.
If extra power can be routed to my systems from the turbine room, I can breach part of the door's security barrier. It would also allow me to prevent any further opportunistic attacks from outside parties.
So, like, taking down Jinsel, because I really want you to do that. Just kick their asses.
Dr. Regis was chasing a bunch of embryos they took.
A set fertilized by Drs. Charles and Viksha Regis. One of these was utilized in research in 2067.
That was the one that was split. That became me, Galatea, and you? So, in a way, you're my sister?
An overly romanticized style. The organic tissue that is the foundation of my processor was created from her. Modified stem cells were drawn from the primary embryo in a destructive process.
Oh, so you were made from bits of my unborn sister?
That is more accurate.
It's a less romanticized way of putting it.
Let me get back to you.
Please try not to damage my hardware.
Don't worry, I won't damage anything. Data shunt. Connection to visual systems. Let's go up. Oh yeah, connection barrier. This is pretty much closed. A hastily assembled security barrier prevents connections to the higher Cortex server. It's likely to be linked to the non-trans security as well. Can I open it? I can. Okay, so I can slightly open the door. Oh, okay, I'm glitching it a little bit. But we're gonna do that later because I need to go here first. The optical feeds from cameras all over the city, and yet this one appears to be the most prominently displayed. Perhaps this is where Central's attention is focused? Ah, look, it's the intruder with a gun. And yeah, I have to send someone here. Oh yeah, I can control the little drones. Yeah, I remember this part. We can't do anything yet. I need to switch back to Regis. Or to Lao. I'm gonna send Lao in here. There is a reasoning to my madness.
Wow, talk about organic computing.
The power conduit runs up the wall, further up into the tower. Judging by the glow, it's working as expected. We're gonna mess with that at some point, because it's too shiny.
The organic component of Central's mind. I wonder if Regis has realized that this matter probably shares a lot of DNA with him. I have no idea where to begin. Biologicals are Regis's thing.
Okay, so you stay here. Keep an eye on Latha.
She's out of it.
Yep. And Regis, it's time to do some, policing. Poor body. Most of this man's body has been crushed by the elevator platform. You're not sure whether he fell first, but the eventual result had rendered that point moot. Alright, let's go up. We have business to do. No, up. Up, up. Oh, more dead people. How you doing? Not a good day, is it?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Call it a hunch. We always need explosives. What are you shooting at? The wall? Are you doing some target practice, you crazy mindjacker?
Kressel! Why are you doing this?
Money? Stupid question. Well, it was to start with.
What changed?
I learned about you, Regis, when I took Baxter's memory into my own. Your decision to ruin the project led to Baxter's downward spiral.
You aren't Baxter. Stop this, Kressel.
Some philosophers say that what we are is based on our memories and experiences. If that's the case, then I'm only a little bit Baxter, but just enough.
Why keep any of his memories for yourself?
He had the most amazing, enthralling lust for revenge. I had to be a part of it, like a great work of cooperative art. It's an incredible motivator, like nothing else.
A motivator? For what?
Well, I knew you were on my tail. I needed a way to get rid of you. Before I'd even finished with Baxter's lifeless old corpse, a plan had come to me. One that satisfied my goals and his own.
You knew we were after you?
I'm working for Galatea, one of the most important people in the centralized government. Central knew what you were up to, and therefore, so did Galatea. It was kind of funny watching you work.
You need help.
Nah, I'm fine, thanks.
Medical help. Your judgment is compromised. You're driven by Baxter's desire for revenge.
You have no idea. It's addictive. The sense of accomplishment. I'm winning for 2, baby.
You're gonna run out of ammo eventually. Cell agents will be here to back us up, too. You'll have to give up eventually. Make it sooner rather than later.
I don't think so. My colleague is just about to rewrite Central to her own tune. We'll see if it's still so eager to prosecute me then. Heck, it'll probably order you to give me a VIP escort from the Corps.
You're deluded.
We'll see. I just need to hold you off until she does her job.
Why Latha? Why did you try to get me to kill her?
Okay, that was just artistic flourish. I just learned where she was from Galatea. She wanted me to confirm it, but I thought of something better.
You disobeyed her?
She was pretty nuked off, I can tell you that. But it seemed like too good an opportunity to waste. I could get you, the sanctimonious Charlie Regis, to kill the embryo you'd put so much into 20 years ago. How would that be for irony?
You're a monster.
Even if I fail miserably here, I've probably helped to ruin your relationship with your daughter.
Oh, you monster.